Hello, my name is Vickie Slaughter, and I'm a storyteller. Today I'd like to share with you a story about the Christmas holidays. The name of my story is Clara's Worst or Best Christmas Ever. And at the end of my story, I want you to decide, was it really Clara's worst or her best Christmas ever? What are the colors of Christmas? Are they red and green, or is it purple? And then finally, I want you to think about the symbols of Christmas. Is it a star, or is it Santa Claus, a reindeer, Christmas tree? I want you to think about those things. I'm going to tell you the story as if I am Clara. Oh, I know what I wanted for Christmas this year, and so I decided to start early. I wrote a letter to Santa in September because I wanted a nice, warm, little wiggly puppy. And I wrote a letter to Santa that read like this: Dear Santa, I have been a good girl all year. I have made my bed up, I have cleaned my plate, and I have cleaned up all my toys without anyone telling me. So September, October, November passed really quickly, and at the beginning of December, things were really looking up great because I got 2 gifts in the mail. My grandma sent me a package, and I opened it up, and inside were a pair of pajamas with purple hippos on it. I hate purple. But I said, I have another package. I opened it up, and inside was a long purple scarf that stretched from one end of the room to the other. But guess what? I hate purple. And then worst of all, my mother made me sit down and write thank you notes to both my aunt and my grandmother. Well, a couple of weeks passed by, and my father took us to the woods and we cut down a Christmas tree. It was so big and beautiful, it was 7 feet tall. So we started to decorate the Christmas tree, and usually I can only decorate around the bottom. But this time I decided I would put the star on top. So I climbed up the Christmas tree and I just about had the star on the top. And my father said, Clara, get down before you break your necks. Why is it every time I want to do something, he's always said, Clara, stop before you break your necks? Well, anyway, he let my brother go get a ladder, and he climbed up the ladder and he put the star on the Christmas tree. So then it was time for us to go out and do Christmas caroling. So my mother put that purple scarf and she wound it around and around and around, forever around my neck. So anyway, we went out Christmas caroling. We had a wonderful time, but then someone stepped on the end of the scarf and I ended up in a pile of snow with ice crystals all down my neck. Well, anyway, that wasn't too bad. So then it got to be a couple of days before Christmas, and we were making sugar cookies. And my mother said I was too little to stir, too little to roll out, too little to cut them out, but she let me put the sprinkles on. So my favorite one was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So I saved all the little red sprinkles and I put them right on the tip of his nose. And I cut out stars and I cut out wreaths and Christmas trees. And I put sprinkles on them. And then my mother told me it was time for me to go to bed, and she would wake me up when it was time to get up and eat the cookies. So she put the cookies in the oven and I took my nap. But when I got up from my nap, my brother with his big football friends had come in, and they ate all of those Rudolphs with the red on the tip of their nose. Well, it got to be Christmas Eve, and it was time for the Christmas pageant. I really wanted to be one of the angels or Mary, but they said I was too little, so they said I could be a lamb. So my mother made me this white fuzzy costume, and it was really cute, but it was a little itchy. And then she put, you know what, a bow on top of my head. And you know what color it was? You can guess. Purple. But what? I hate purple. So anyway, we went to the school and we had the pageant. My friend, she played Mary. My brother played Joseph. And the choir was singing, "Glory to God." And then my best friend's little baby brother was playing baby Jesus. But then he went, he went stinky in his pants. And he started crying because he wanted to be cleaned up right then and there. And so everyone forgot, the angels forgot what they were singing. Joseph forgot his part. His robe came open. He fell on the floor. And Mary started crying right along with baby Jesus. And I said, I better say my part before this play is totally ruined. So I said, "Bah!" And everyone stopped. The angels started singing again. They remembered their part. Mary stopped crying and she remembered her part. Joseph got up off the floor and tied his robe up. And baby Jesus was laughing and looking at me. So that night, my mother said I was the best ever. And when we got in bed, she had me say my prayers. She read me a story, and she put on my pajamas on me with a big purple hippos. And you know what? I decided that maybe purple was really my favorite color. I didn't get my wiggly little dog or puppy that year, but I got something else. I was so happy because it was my best Christmas ever. So now I want you to decide, was this Clara's worst or was it her best Christmas ever? And I'm Vickie Slaughter, and I thank you.